Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For a long time, senioritis has been viewed as a psychological disorder. However, as the new research shown, senioritis is an actual disease caused by virus. The disease has been causing students drop their performance. Students have been stopped paying attention in math class, stopped turning in their homework, and stopped studying for their exams. It has been causing tragic consequences in the academic field.
Welcome to the Governor's School Insider. My name is Michael Machado. Today we will be discussing the strange new disease that has taken the entire city of Manassas Park by storm. Before I introduce our guest today, let's take a look at what this disease has done to the citizens and students of Manassas Park. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to this disease, but it seems that even juniors are getting infected by some aggressive strains of this virus. Now let's watch a short interview with a student who has been infected with senioritis. Hello, young man. When did you first find out you had senioritis?
I got infected since August.
And what have you felt recently, or what symptoms have you shown?
Man, I just feel I'm done with everything. I've not been paying attention in math class as second semester starts. I always forgot to turn in the mentorship research paper that's due every 2 weeks, and I did not study for my AP exam at all. Man, I just wish the school is over and the classes are all done so I can be done with everything.
We welcome our guest, a distinguished individual who can give us greater insight as to why this disease has so many people under constant fear. Dr. Abhishek Gupta is an expert epidemiologist and medical researcher. Thank you for coming to the Governor's School Insider and for discussing with us senioritis in Manassas Park.
Thank you for having me on the show, Mr. Machado.
For the longest time, we have thought that senioritis was a purely psychological state of mind. But just as the CDC officials said in the press conference, it is actually caused by a virus. Can you describe it to our audience, Dr. Gupta?
Yes, the virus in question is called senioritis gradualis. I have brought with me a picture of this virus that we isolated from a patient in my lab. We are not sure where this virus originated from, but we do know it has a very keen makeup that targets adolescents of a certain age, generally 17 to 18-year-olds, thus giving rise to the term senioritis.
Is there any cure?
There is no known cure, but my lab has recently developed a program that will assist in modeling and predicting the spread of this disease. The program's name is PETER.
So, what is PETER exactly?
PETER, which stands for Program for Epidemic Tracking and Emergency Response, is a computer modeling software that can predict the spread of any disease, really.
What does it track?
Well, when modeling a disease, we must track three main groups within a population: those that are susceptible to the disease, infected with the disease, and recovered from the disease. Using a system of ODEs, which are ordinary differential equations, we can solve for the population values and track the increase or decrease of their numbers over time.
Can you show us this program?
Sure, I have brought with me the program. In the case of Manassas Park, we have collected data on the population of seniors, and we have found out that there were initially only 2 seniors who had the disease. I will now select senioritis among the list of diseases that we have programmed and let Peter do his job.
Boxes, numbers, graphs, and colors mean?
These different inputs are available for the user to enter initial values of the populations. The 2 parameters, alpha and beta, are values within the differential equations, which represent infectious and recovery rates, respectively. This plot shows the graphs for the 3 different populations, and this map shows the number of infected in the area of interest, which is Manassas Park.
How will PETER help us?
Having the software to predict the spread of this disease, officials, schools, and teachers can work together to take proactive measures to reduce the potentially catastrophic outbreak of senioritis gradualis.
Thank you for showing us your program, PETER, Dr. Gupta. It is definitely a great program for tracking diseases like senioritis gradualis. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining us on this special report of the Governor's School Insider. Good night. Dr. Abhishek Gupta, an expert epidemiologist and medical researcher. Thank you for coming to the Governor's School Insider.
Thank you for having me on this show.
Thank you for coming on the Governor's School Insider to discuss senioritis in Manassas Park.
Thank you for having me on this show.
Oh, my bad.
This
I'm so
program's
sorry.
name is Peter.
So, what is Peter exactly?
Peter, which stands for Program for Tracking. I will now select senioritis among the list of diseases that we have programmed and let Peter do his job. Close out.
Well, thank you for having...